Good morning, friends. So here we are in my very overgrown garden. I've put out some chairs, though I really don't particularly want to sit there. And I'm very perplexed by this plant. I mean, it must be a weed. There's just so much of it and it's really overgrown. I've put my sort of water lily bowl over here and my Buddha there. Tidied up this bit. You know, I've kind of tidied up this bit. But it needs to be sort of jet washed. And then I have this fresco here, which is amazing. Someone very talented painted that. And yeah, it's a work in progress. So I think I maybe go to the garden centre and I might ask them if they know what even just this strange plant is. I tried to get one of those plant apps and I can't remember my sort of Google password, which is great, so they wouldn't let me sign up. But anyway, I'll ask someone at the garden centre if they know what it is. And then I'm maybe going to have a snack. Great. Hi, Cookie. Cookie, what do you think of the garden, darling? Are you pleased we have an outdoor space? Our old garden was more finished, wasn't it? It looked nicer. Oh, you... Cookie? Cookie, hello. Cookie. Oh dear. Hello friends, well here we go. I've got some snack and I'm now sitting on the patio area of the garden and yes, there's my little kingdom. It's very overgrown and I've got a croissant and some jam. I found that rather than stopping at getting the spring decor mug and the bowl, I also got little dipping dishes in flower shapes as well for spring. You can't see that one, but it's a daisy. So I'm gonna just have a snack and feel very lucky to be in my garden on a beautiful day. I'll try and catch Cookie now. Cookie? Cookie, you gonna look at Mummy? Hello, aren't we lucky, darling? Are we lucky? Okay. Okay, he's evading. Good for you, Cookie. Hello friends, I've just finished my croissant. Oh, that was lovely. I would only say about the kind of flower teacup things that I was using there, you have to be quite careful how you drink, because if you hold the wrong bit of it to your lips, then your tea kind of spills. But it's beautiful. Today I think I bought some little, so just simple bedding plants at B&M stores, and I think I'm going to plant some of those into pots just to try and brighten things up. I've not managed to find out what that strange plant is. Someone at the garden centre told me that it might be actually not a weed but a flowering plant, but my gosh, there's an awful lot of it there. So we'll see. I'm waiting for some paint to arrive for painting the shed, so I don't know if I'll get onto that today, but yeah, it is another beautiful day and I just feel so lucky to be here. So I think I'll have some mango now. Yes. I remember I got this flower crockery when I was in Manchester doing the filming for the Christmas movie. That seems ages ago now. But it is pretty and it's nice to have some spring themed stuff. Oh gosh, that's a lot of dandelion clocks. Yes, now I wonder if by the end of the summer I'll have managed to tidy up this garden in a nice way, to any appreciable degree. We'll see. Okay, so now I've got some potting compost from Lidl, just $1.99, and some drainage gravel from B&M stores, and some plants, and I think I am ready to do some planting. Yes, okay, this garden's a mess. Okay, right. This is when it's not simple because you can't find your tripod. Okay, right. Okay, oh, this earth is feeling quite kind of cloddy. Hopefully that's good. Oops. I think $1.99 is a good price from Lidl for the soil. Yeah. Oh gosh, I can't wait to see how this garden is going to look in a few months. Let's see. I got this lovely plant from B&M stores. Let's see, what's it called again? A dianthus. A dianthus. Looks to me like a carnation. Maybe that's the same name. Okay, I'll put in some more soil around it. Right, okay. Here I got some impatiens, also from B&M stores. I'm not a confident gardener. In the past I've always found impatiens they really grow so well. So, okay, this hopefully is going to work. Lots of little birds fluttering about. It really is a perfect day. Ages ago I got this sort of wind chime. It's from China, I'm afraid. It makes quite a lovely clackety-clack sound in the wind. Okay, I digress. Right, now I've managed to pop out some of the impatiens from the tray, and I've got ready a sort of bowl, sort of saucer for them, so I will just sort of place some on. The thing about impatiens is that they're so they spread so fast. I don't think you need an awful lot in one container. Okay, is that enough? Maybe another couple. I already gave them a bit of a water when I got back from the garden centre, so they were a bit dry. Okay, is that too many? I'll try and put in a few more. Okay, finished. Seems to be an awfully big gap here. I'll try and move that there. Okay, I'll set that down. Fantastic. So here's some of my plants that I finally finished and put out. I think I should have to get rid of that moss, shouldn't I? Moss isn't good, is it? Okay, and I've got one little sort of bowl here on top of my table, and then another one kind of over beside Buddha. Yeah, I put out my Buddha here, and I put like my sort of angel stones here, like love, hope, faith, angels. So there we go. That's nice. This is where I have my water lilies. It's not looking great at the moment, and I didn't know if they'd actually survive the move, but I have seen that there are a couple of little leaves which I think are about to open up. So that's great. I don't know if I will get a water lily this summer, though I have had them for the last few summers. Obviously these are fake water lilies, but we can but try. Maybe there will be a flower, and maybe I can get a nicer sort of water lily pond container. Okay. Hello friends, I'm back from the shopping centre. It was very nice. It's my local shopping centre. I've never been there before. It was lovely, and I got some strawberry plants and I asked them what this strange plant is, and the man looked it up and he said it's a winter heliotrope, which sounds beautiful. Winter heliotrope. So I haven't looked it up yet, but I will do, and I'll see what they say. Yes, so this is the winter heliotrope. And yeah, I mean, when I came here in winter, there was no flowers then. Maybe it flowers in the autumn, but I do feel that there's too much of it. I think it's taken over a bit. So maybe if it is, a desirable sort of plant, I could have some of it. But I mean, there's the path. If you can see the path, it's encroaching all over the path, and I don't even know how big the path is. So okay, I will deal with that next. Now also, as I said, I got some strawberry plants. I got 4 different types. There were no alpine strawberries, and I understand you're supposed to grow alpines with ordinary strawberries, but anyway, I got these ones and also got a new planter, which was a bit naughty of me because it really is an extravagance. However, I have that now and it's looking very pretty. So I will plant up the strawberries and then let you see how it looks. And I didn't get any straw because the only packets of straw they had were absolutely massive. So I maybe have to try and order a small packet of straw from Amazon or something like that. Okay, so here are my 4 strawberry plants all planted up. I've got one called Cambridge Favourite, one called Red Gauntlet, Sophie, and one called Honey Eye. So there you go. We shall follow the progress of the strawberries and see how they do as the weather gets better. Yeah, the sun is obviously gone in now, but hopefully there will be more sunny days soon. On a pretty day, the overgrown garden does actually look quite sweet. But I don't really think it can stay like this. I love my trees. There's one of them anyway. And there's my clicky clacky shell thing. So I might try and do some dusting in the shed maybe. Or I might kind of finish off in here for today. I don't think the weather's going to be so nice the next few days, so I'm quite glad that I got this done today. And I will really be looking forward to seeing how if my water lily does put out a leaf, and how the impatiens do. Now there's just my nice ivy that came from my old house. And yeah, I just keep going with tidying and organising and doing the best I can. As I said in my last video, I've been a bit a bit grumpy lately about the slow progress on the house, so to cheer myself up, I've been looking at the Legally Blonde box set, and the first 2 I've seen before with Reese Witherspoon, and I really love them. But also in the set, there's this one called Legally Blondes, about Reese Witherspoon's cousins or her nieces, I think. Elle Woods is rather her nieces and cousins. So I'm really curious to see what it's like, and yeah, there it is up on the screen. So either tonight or maybe tomorrow I'll tell you what I thought of Legally Blonde 3. It's got nothing to do with gardens, but still it's fun. Okay. Hello friends, good morning. Hope you had a good night. I'm just trying on dresses for a certain international film festival. I'm trying to get myself organised. Just thought I would tell you what I thought of Legally Blondes, that movie I was watching last night. First of all, I would say I did enjoy it. It was a cute movie. It was just not on the scale of the first 2 Legally Blonde films. What it had in common with them was that, well, basically it's about these twin girls who are Elle Woods' niece. Now, Elle Woods is the star of the first 2. She's the main protagonist of the first 2 movies. Anyway, her nieces, who are these 2 English girls, they are twins, and they move with their dad, who's a widower, over to California, and they stay in Elle Woods' mansion in Beverly Hills. So that's cute. What they had in common was that the twin characters and Elle Woods, played by Reese Witherspoon, they were all truly nice and kind and good people. You felt these twins. They were very sweet girls. I would say they seemed a lot less precocious than some of their fellow actors who are Los Angeles professional actors. Ooh, is it still gone? Oh dear. Right, but still, it was nice. It just also wasn't as it wasn't as funny. Reese Witherspoon is a hilarious comedian, and this movie, it didn't have that those comedy moments, but it was still a cute film, and I enjoyed it. And I must say, I hope they do make another sequel to Legally Blonde with Reese Witherspoon, and maybe these twins could make a cameo appearance. I think they've retired from acting now, unfortunately, but it was nice, and I enjoyed it. And yeah, have a look, but it's not on the same level as the first two Legally Blonde movies. Okay. So hello friends, this is the inside of my shed at the bottom of the garden, and it's actually a really nice shed. It's got a couple of the little perspex windows missing or that are about to fall out there, and I think it could do with a coat of paint. There's a lot of mould on the roof there, and yeah, I've put up some Sillet Bang, and it is having an effect. I have distressed about 60 spiders, I would say, and I've explained to them that they are no longer, unfortunately, going to have a house here. So yeah, that's a shame for the spiders. I must say, the Sillet Bang, the bits that I've squirted, it really is. It was really working. Oh, it's a bit yucky. Okay, right. Okay, I will just leave that. I'm going to get a cloth and try and clean as well. Okay, this, if you turn around, like, this is all the stuff, some of it mine, you know, but also some of it like really old bags of leaves and stuff that the people I bought it from have left. So yeah, it's a new start and I can make this shed nice. Okay, so now I have put up more Sillet Bang in the shed, and I'm turning my attention to these strange critters. Apparently, as I said, it is called winter, oh, what was the name of it? Winter heliotrope. Apparently it has some medicinal purpose, and it does have some flowers, and you can have a little bit of it, but it takes over very quickly, and apparently it's quite toxic for cats, for any animals actually. Not that I think Cookie would probably eat it because he's very cagey, but I think it has, maybe they had a little clump of this and it's just taken over. It's hard to see actually. I mean, I think I'm now going to try and pull up some of this heliotrope and see actually where the path, how wide the path is, because I've got no idea at the moment. Okay, right, I'll have a go at that next. Don't ramble going for those heliotropes, they're very tough. Okay, so Sillet Bang, and the dirt is gone, has made an improvement, and apparently you can get mold repellent paint. So I think what I'm going to do is put things back in for today, because it's feeling like it might rain, and then tomorrow I will go to B&Q and try and get the mold repellent paint and put on some thick coats of that. Okay, I'm a bit nuts now. Okay, now I haven't put back in the wooden chairs that were here. I think I'm going to leave those out, but this is my stuff that's now in this shed, so that's a lot better, taking out the garbage, and yeah, hopefully it will improve. Hopefully I can lock the door now. Okay, it is kind of locked. That's the first time I've ever seen that shed not being pushed shut with the table. Oh my goodness, I look absolutely wild. Onwards. Hi Cookie. So I've pulled away, well, I've hacked away quite a lot of that heliotrope, and I see here, I think this must have been where the old fence was. Must have been like a rush fence, I think, and it's just like fallen down. And this is the gap. I mean, beg your pardon, that's the neighbour's garden, shouldn't go in there. But it's like completely fallen down, and then the heliotrope has grown over it. So was that maybe like 10 years ago that's fallen down? I don't know. Oh my goodness, okay, I'm gonna keep going. It's quite satisfying actually. Yes, now the sun's gone in, it's actually a bit cooler, so I'll do a bit more, and I'm no longer Kate Rambo, I'm Kate Indiana Jones, finding out what's beneath all this rubbish, basically. Yes. Okay. Oh, okay. Quite a lot of bits of old wood with nails I pulled out, so that was good. Okay, well, I am pretty knackered now. Cookie, would you come inside, please? Cookie, that heliotrope is toxic for cats, Cookie, so I'd really be grateful if you'd come inside now, honey. Okay? Cookie, treat? Treat? Okay. I am really knackered. Okay, so it's a few days later, and I have put the anti-mold seal on the roof of the shed, and today I'm going to start painting the spines of the shed. Ironically, I'm going to paint them green, and I will be painting the green bit of the shed pink, because that's, I think, my idea of the shed. So I will get on with that and we'll see how it looks. Great. So here's a bit later, and I've painted the spines of the shed green. This is just a first coat, and I think I'm going to do some of the pink bits as well. I wasn't going to do that today, but since I'm going to do multiple coats of everything, I can finish off with the pink and then get rid of these marks. Okay, so it's coming along, and because some of the windows in the shed are missing, I think a lot of dust and dirt and muck just blows in all the time, so I'm going to have to try and think about how I can get those replaced, but that is a problem for another day. Now, pink paint. Oh, pink paint, it never gets old. Cuprinol, sweet pea, and then this one was, let's see, it's fresh rosemary. Okay, so onwards. Hello friends, it's the end of a very long Sunday. I've cleared away most of that toxic plant, which the name I've kind of forgotten again. Anyway, so that this side of the garden's pretty clear. I got rid of a lot of old wood from the old fence. There's one big bit of wood there that I'm not strong enough to pull out from behind that tree, so I'll have to get help with that. Here's like all of the wood and some dead tree branches and things I've managed to hack off with my Rambo knife. So and there's all the toxic plants. Cookie is really stayed inside today. He's now ventured out a bit, but I've tried to keep him inside because of the toxic plant, though I don't really think he would have ever eaten any. He's a very fussy eater. But anyway, so I'll go over to the shed because I've done some painting there too, though it's not finished. Okay, So here's the kind of ice creamy colours for the middle of the inside of the shed. Many fewer spiders. Promise you I have not swatted away or squashed a single spider, but they've all kind of gradually scuttled away, mostly. And I've now kind of scrubbed this floor a bit because I'm going to paint it too. It had a weird kind of brown stain on it. Actually, the brown stain's gone now, so I could probably leave this. But it's got paint splotches on it, so I should probably paint it. So this paint is still a bit wishy-washy. It needs more. I used cuprinol, sweet pea, and I think rosemary branch. And yeah, it's to me a lot better than the kind of dirty, mouldy. I remember all the mould that was on this roof. That's kind of gone for now. And yeah, it's been a long day, but I'm actually a lot more peaceful after working outside, so that's great. Hello friends, here I am. I finished painting the inside of my shed, and I won't be able to do the outside just yet, but I will be able to put my things away, including some of my fairy figurines, hence fairy shed. So that's what I'm going to do now, and that will be the end of this video. And yes, it doesn't seem like a big deal, but I found that painting the inside of the shed was really a lot of work. I mean, all painting's a lot of work. Anyone who tells you it takes 5 minutes is talking rubbish. But yeah, I'm just glad to get this shed clean and fresh looking and able to house my stuff. And you know, it looked awful before, so I hope you like it. Well friends, here I am in my fairy shed finally. I've not got the backs for these chairs, which is very bizarre, but I put in my shelves and I put in quite a lot of fairies, though there's a lot of gaps. I mean, it's a work in progress. Here's a little fairy tea party here, and oops, gap bit. Some fairy cards and little pumpkin things. I've got more stuff than this. Oh, here's my fairy fountain. It was a solar fountain that never worked, so now it's just a kind of planter. And another chair with no back, and some of my tools there, and some of my faux candles, and yeah, more cluttery bits that are treasures to me. Yeah, it's just so lovely that I can sit here and have a cup of tea in my shed and read a book, and it's really comfortable. So I thought I'd pull my first fairy card inside the fairy shed, and it says family. Wherever you go, whatever you do, your family are here for you. Do you know, today I've heard from quite a lot of people in my family. So I think that card is, I mean, I have a lovely family anyway, but today I've heard from them, so that's lovely. There's a little green fairy, a little mushroom fairy with some rabbits. Okay. Here we have a little fairy tea party going on, and some cooing doves with a Valentine card. I bought that in Glasgow and Maryhill. And here is a little dragon reading a book, and a perfume bottle I got in a charity shop, and a little pink fairy. I was really glad that these LED candles were actually working, because you know how sometimes you take these out and they've actually stopped working and it's so disappointing. But they're working, and I got this little swan fairy that featured in another of my vlogs, and some unicorns and angel cards there. And yeah, I got some tools kind of tucked in here. There are tools tucked in here. It's my fairy fountain that didn't work, and some more tucked in behind there. I must say, I'm already starting to think I really don't want any tools in here. I want it to be just kind of cute things, but I mean, I don't really know where in the garden I'd put another shed, and I can't really afford another shed, and quite frankly, it's not really a problem at the moment. There's some, I got these little horses once at a kind of fun fair or something, and then a little fairy peeping out of the basket. Yeah, all kinds of stuff that, I mean, who on earth needs it? So now I will maybe have a little look of my fairy books and some peanut butter sandwiches. And yeah, the rest of the garden unfortunately is looking very shaggy, but here there's promise. There's promise, and it will get better, and I will have the windows fixed up. And if I look down here at this, the quality of this door and the bottom, and then I come over here, you'll see that the paintwork has really cleaned everything up. So yeah, it's good. In my old house I had that brass kind of plant pot holder up on our kind of garden door, and then I would put like white geraniums in those pots, and it looked rather elegant. There's something for planting bulbs, the pink thing, and then there's some of my gardening books, which they are sorely needed here. They sure are. Yep. Oh Lord. I mean, it's better. It's better. But you know, it is absolutely lovely to have a shed you can sit in. I am obviously a British person. I am a shed person. Okay. Thank you so much for joining me on this laborious journey. But the garden will improve, it will get better. So friends, thank you so much for joining me. If you're still here, I'm so grateful. Yes, it's just really nice, and I'm finally glad to be this far, and I will keep going, and thank you for joining me on my messy garden and fairy shed vlog.